I have to say I was been struggling with alcohol abuse and a little drug abuse.
I have been making a lot of bad decisions, a lot of bad choices.
I didn't have time for cocaine anymore, with 2 jobs and drinking.
Drugs, alcohol abuse within the family structure is pretty common.
When I found myself in line and had to get in line to eat food from dope people just handing out food, that's when I really found out really gave me the reality that I needed help.
We see women who are totally exhausted from life, beaten down by life.
All kinds of thoughts went through my head, whether I was going to keep them or I was going to give them up for adoption or how I was going to even financially be able to take care of them.
I'd run out of money and pretty much run out of hope.
Because of my addiction to crack cocaine, you don't see it happening. You're consumed by the drug.
I started using real heavy, then I stopped using, then I started selling, and then the violence came.
Sleeping at the Greyhound station with all those people asking me, are you okay, do you have a place to go, but not willing to help, wondering what my situation is, but not willing to do anything about it, was very frustrating. And I found out I'm pregnant.
In living outside of the standards of God, sooner or later, your life becomes unmanageable.
The drug abuse had got me to a point where I was just tired and frustrated, and I got to a point of collapsing and I just given up. The Lord spoke to me and told me to come here, and I didn't want to.
I had to work through a lot of things that I had experienced that caused me a lot of financial pain, economic pain. It just hurt.
Just because they find themselves in this situation they find themselves doesn't mean that they are worthless or without value.
This baby was my wake-up call.
Serving a hot meal, providing good nutrition, that is a key element in people knowing that we care about them.
The mission means to me now it's a place that I can always call home away from home.
By being in the program, we're focused on getting our life right, getting close with Christ.
I think one of the main things that I look for is a man who's come to that point where he's through blaming everybody else for his problems.
Some of them have just a sense of hopelessness. The whole bottom has fallen out. You know, they've lost job, they've lost home, they've lost everything. And they come and they have zero hope.
I've come so close to ending it myself. And I want to be able to share my story and let people know that it's not the end.
I learned to maintain a good relationship with God, a constant devotion, prayer. It's a place where you can find yourself.
I decided to join the program, but it was mainly because it was a spark, you know, from the guys who I seen. You know, it was just they had something, and I was like, man, you know, that's what I've been looking for.
It's been a great help to me, spiritually, as well as helping me in terms of the physical attributes of the rehabilitative process.
Trying to look at people through the eyes of forgiveness and mercy and grace. That's a challenge, but it keeps you, I think, where Christ wants you to be.
Going through things and trials and tribulations and knowing that when it was all over that I would still be saved. I didn't know that until I came here.
Seeing a man where he come in, broken and stripped, to a few months down the way, listen to this man talk, give testimony of how God has made changes.
They're there for you, and that by giving your life to Christ and following His word, He will bless you and He will protect you and be your steady foundation.
After completing the program and gaining employment here at the mission, I can see that God has more in store for me than just giving up.
I wanted to leave numerous times, but the Lord said, no, I haven't told you to go anywhere yet. So I'm still here.
I'm still maintaining my relationship with Christ, and I'm still trusting in Him.
Here I'm learning how to live a new life, how to think and behave, and how to react and act. I'm learning a new logic.
Jesus washed his disciples' feet, which was a humble experience for him. I try not to raise myself above that level.
By God's grace, I'm not sitting in prison for the rest of my life as a habitual criminal, which I should be. So this place has been exactly what He wanted when I needed it.
And if you come here with that open mind and just be willing to be saturated with God's great goodness, man, I mean, it makes a difference.
Because I don't want to go where I was. I don't want to be where I used to be.
He give me a bed to sleep in. He give me clothes to put on my back. I get to take a warm shower, and I don't have to worry about food, and I have no worries about anything. All I have to do is sit here and focus on God's Word.
To see God at work and to see some people go from nowhere to somewhere and being in the body of Christ, that they have an opportunity to write the rest of the story.